Hi you guys, so I am getting ready. I thought it would be fun to do a tutorial on getting ready and what products I love, which ones I use every day. I'm not wearing any makeup. I do have my Lashify lashes on, and I do have a new brow product that I used this morning. It's by Brow Code, and they make brow waxes and brow kits, brow tints. I actually used their henna tint and I love it. I actually think I like it more than your typical brow tint. The reason why I liked it so much was because you use rose water to mix it up. And so when you're applying it, the consistency is super easy to work with. It reminds me more of paint, I guess. It's a little bit less thick than your typical brow tint. And it didn't stain my skin as badly as I thought that it would. I've used henna tints in the past. It's been years and years and years, but when I first did it, I looked crazy. Like, my brows were so big and dark. And so that was kind of a fear of mine when I first started. But no, it was so easy. I used one of my just one of my brow makeup brushes to apply it, and I just applied it as if I was doing my brow powder, and then I used Q-tips to clean up the entire process and make sure it was that perfect brow shape. And this is the after. I love it. So anyways, those two things, makeup free. I do have my Lashify lashes on, and I do have my brows tinted with that henna tint. But everything else is fresh-faced. I'm kind of breaking out right now, which is whatever, it's fine. But I'm going to show you the products that I use every day that I go to for most of my everyday makeup looks. So first of all, I'm going to start with my eyes. I have a routine that I kind of have down. I usually do my eyes first. That way they are out of the way, and when I'm doing more of my full face makeup, I don't have to worry about the eyeshadow falling when I'm applying it onto my face. So I'm starting out with just a little bit of eyeshadow primer. I'm currently using the Anastasia brand, which I love, but I do have to say my favorite probably is the Urban Decay. And I'm just putting this on my entire lid all the way up to my brow bone. This one's nice because it has a little bit of a tint to it, so it gives your lid a little bit of a base color, if that makes sense. Oh, I also have a teeny bit of eyeliner on, just a teeny bit. Okay, so next step, I'm gonna apply my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. And this, I'm not putting everywhere. I'm just kind of putting it a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my under eye, and I'm just gonna lightly put this on and lightly kind of press it into my skin, but nothing crazy, okay? Because I'm gonna be going over all of this after I finish my eyes. Okay, done. So, brow products and eye products. So I usually stick to a 3-color rule, a 2 to 3 color rule. The reason being is I think it just kind of makes the guesswork, it just takes everything out. It makes it easy for you. So I like to use a matte light color on my underneath my brow bone. I never do shimmer right here. I always keep it matte. If I ever do shimmer, it's gonna be a really fine shimmer, and I do it on my lid. And maybe I'll bring it up a teeny bit up here sometimes, but for the most part, this is the only area that I put shimmer, okay? So I'm starting with that light color. I'm actually gonna apply it from my lid to my brow bone. And I hope you guys can see. Oh, that's great. Let's just ruin what we just did. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so what you want to do is just get a really good amount. And don't be afraid to blend. And always remember, don't overthink it. Like, you can always redo this. You can always go in and refine whatever it is you're doing. I love using brushes when I use my eyeshadows, but honestly, you guys, there's no rules. I always say use whatever is easiest for you. So if for some reason you feel like your fingers are the easiest, do it. Just make sure they're clean. Really, it's all about making this your own and doing whatever it is you can to make sure that it is something that's going to be something you can do. There's nothing worse than, you know, learning how to do your makeup and not having the right tools and getting frustrated. That's hard, and I don't want that for you guys. I want you to be able to feel confident with whatever you're doing and not worry about not being able to achieve it on your own. So, this light color, matte light color, I'm actually going to show you guys. It's this one right here. This is what I'm using. I got this palette in my BoxyCharm. It's by Zuva. I've actually never heard of them before. And this is their taupe palette, which all of these colors are my jam. I love all of them. I love the light colors. I love this purple, and I love some of the more dark smoky colors for a nice little soft smoky eye. So I've got that all over my lid. Now, depending on if you're doing 3 or 2 colors, let's do 3 today. That way you can really see what I mean by the whole 3 color method. So I do want to do some shimmer, but I'm not going to do it under my brow. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And 2 of my favorite colors that I love to use are this one right here. This one is Primavera, and then Vermeer. And the 2 of them right here are gorgeous. One of them is more of like a soft gold champagne color. The other one is more of like a pearlescent color. They're very similar, but they're very soft. I'm gonna use Vermeer, and I'm gonna do it on my lid. Now, like I said, you guys can totally use your finger if you feel like that's easier. So here's the color. And I'm just applying it to my lid and sort of just blending up a little bit right in the corner. If you have lash extensions, or if you're using a product like me with Lashify, I will be honest, sometimes using your finger is a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about that product falling out on your lashes, and then you have all of that shimmer kind of stuck. I always have my mouth open when I do my eyeshadow. I don't know why. It's like when I do my contacts. I don't know why I do that. Okay. When I was first doing the tutorials, I was so overthinking everything, and I just ended up deciding I'm going to be real, I'm going to be raw with all of this, and I'm going to show you guys exactly in real time how it's going, because I don't want it to be like super perfect. I mean, come on, we're living during a freaking pandemic. Nothing is perfect right now. So, okay, so now that I have my first color under my brow, second color under my, on my lid, now I'm gonna go in with, this is the hard thing, what color for the crease? I kind of want to keep it lighter for you guys, so I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna do hour by hour, because I want to show you guys how you can still keep it very light. Look at how light that color is compared to the one we started with. This color I'm doing on my crease. Now, the easiest way to find your crease is to look up, my big zit, look up and get your brush or your finger, whatever you're using, and I want you to kind of stick it in your little bone right here. Okay, and you have the product on there. So now you can see where I put that little bit of eyeshadow. That is where I want my crease to be. So now that I have that found, I'm gonna go in and go back and forth, almost like a windshield wiper. Okay, get your whole brush in there. Don't be afraid. Remember, you don't have to worry about getting anything on your face because we're doing our foundation last. So go back and forth, back and forth. And again, don't overthink it. Make this fun. Now look at how you can see a little bit more right here. That lighter color, look at how much of a difference. Just the teensiest bit. So don't ever, you know, my thing when I was first doing makeup was I would look at colors and I would kind of get intimidated. Don't let that happen. Like if you find a palette that you are really wanting to try, I say do it. And I say practice. Right now is the best time because we're not going to be outside with our friends and family as much. So you have the time to really practice your makeup routine. Same thing on the other side. Back and forth, back and forth. I've done my eye makeup this way, oh gosh, for a really long time. And, you know, it works for me. I like it. Find whatever works for you and have fun with it. Don't overthink it. People definitely overthink makeup, and I think that they get intimidated by it, and you don't need to be. You really have so much that you can play with, and it's just makeup. If you F it up, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You know, you wash it off, restart. Okay, so this is a nice little natural look, but I kind of feel like I want a little bit more color. So I'm gonna go in again, and I'm gonna use the color Gallery. This one is more of a gray taupe color. Oh, my feet are going to sleep. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by the lid. Find your crease. Same thing, back and forth. I just think that maybe for the crease part, I think it's easier to use your brush. I'm gonna be totally honest. My nails are awful. I've been painting and grouting, and so it looks like they're dirty, but they're not. They just have a lot of paint and grout. Okay, now see how I'm just being kind of messy? I've got all that fallout right there. I don't have to worry about it because I'm doing my foundation last. So it just kind of makes it a little bit easier when you're in there and you're trying to really get a really great eyeshadow application. Today was one of those days where I woke up and I just felt really sad about everything that was going on in the world. And when I feel like that, I always try and figure something that I can do to like up my mood. And this is gonna sound so silly, but when I get ready, when I do my makeup, when I do anyone's makeup, or when I play with product, it just helps me relax and feel a little bit more in control. I don't know why. Okay. So the nice thing with these Lashify lashes is I'm going to show you guys how they're installed. You actually install them, wait for it, underneath. So the top of your lash line is free. So when you do your eyeliner, you don't have to worry about effing anything up. I always pull my lid and then it gives me that solid waterline. I'm gonna do it in my own mirror though, because I feel like I'm gonna jack it up if I don't. So I went on my entire lid, and then I brought it out a teensy bit right here, and then I brought it right there. Okay, now I'll always go back after everything is done and add whatever more I want to add, but that is generally, I'm going to put a teeny bit more. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and this is the L'Oreal Full Wear concealer that I just got at Walgreens. I'm gonna look really crazy right now, but I love a bright under eye. I feel like it just kind of opens up your entire look and makes you feel a little bit more bright and cheery. You look more awake. I'm actually putting this in the same areas that we put the Charlotte Tilbury in the very beginning. And I'm just using my fingers to apply this. Sometimes I'll use my beauty blender. Sometimes I'll use my fingers. Today I'm using my fingers just because I felt like it. No rules, remember? Okay. Now my favorite foundation is the Kat Von D Lock-It liquid foundation. This stuff is amazing. I've used a ton of different foundations in my day, and this one I always go back to. Now mind you, I've not been spray tanning as much because of the whole corona, so this is gonna look a little bit weird right now because I'm not exactly the color I normally am, but I'm gonna blend it out. This product is very pigmented, so when you're applying it, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, this is just way too much, but don't, just keep doing it. It definitely is full coverage, but you can always modify. Now, I actually don't use a foundation primer. Nothing against them, I just don't feel like I need one with this foundation. I feel like it stays on really well. I never have an issue of it creasing or coming off. But if you guys love primers, use your favorite primer. Use any foundation primer with this, and it's gonna be fine. Now around my eyebrows, I don't use my blender because it's really easy to go completely on top and over your brow. So I'm just using my finger. Okay. And I always want to make sure that I'm getting it in my hairline. That way we're not going to have any lines anywhere. And just keep moving your blender. Keep bouncing it on your skin. Keep pressing it in your skin. That way you're not going to have any areas that are not blended or just kind of sitting on top of your face. You can already tell this is looking a lot better. And blend everything down to my neck. You never want to have any areas where there's a line. And look at how that's just softening where we had our concealer. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna use my other mirror so I can see a little bit better. Makeup has always been something that I've loved, and I really just want to share it with you guys because it's so much fun. It's so much fun to play with, and now is the best time to experiment and buy new product and try new looks because we have the time, you know? I'm pressing it in my skin. I'm just bouncing it everywhere. And I really do believe that doing it this way helps my foundation to really stay. Blending it down to your neck. Pressing it in. Okay, so once I have that on there and it's looking pretty nice and blended, then what I do is I go back over with my concealer one more time. With the Beauty Blender. And just lightly kind of pack that in. I don't do baking, nothing against it. I just don't really feel like it's my thing. I just do it this way. But again, make this your own. If you like to bake, then do it, you know? Okay. Now I kind of let my foundation and everything that's on my face kind of sit. And while I do, I will go in and do my brows. But I really want to show everyone how awesome these look. So I'm not gonna do any brow makeup right now. I'll do that later. I'm just lightly brushing them. This is a brow mascara. And I'm just brushing everything up. I kind of like that little messy, overgrown look. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer slash setting powder slash contour, whatever you want to call it. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Pressed Powder Foundation. Now I'm gonna apply this exactly where the sun would hit me. So I'm gonna apply it forehead close to my hairline, cheekbones right here, chin and jawline, and then blend everything down. I'm gonna look crazy right now, but I'm gonna blend all of this out. And then also sides of my nose. I don't do a ton of contouring. This is really my extent of contour that I do on myself. And because I've allowed my foundation and all of that to kind of set a little bit more, I can be a little bit more aggressive with my brush. Bring it down to your neck. Make sure you blend. Normally this color blends perfectly, but because I don't have my spray tan on, it's a little bit wonky. Making sure you get it in your hairline. I naturally have higher cheekbones, and I naturally have a little bit of a shine right here, so I don't do a ton of illuminizer. I love it, but I'm a little bit lighter with it. I'm gonna be applying my sunless tanner so I match, so don't worry, I won't look too crazy. Okay. Blush. I love myself some blush. Now I always do a check mark. If you're new to applying blush, the easiest way to find where to put it is to smile, and in the apple of your cheek, do like a little bit of a check mark, so like that. And you don't want to go past the coloring of your eye. You want it to stop right there, okay? This is a palette I love. It's by Coastal Scents, and it's just a big variety of blushes. I'm mixing these two today. Oh, allergies. I try and just very lightly blend everything a little bit. I like a lot of blush, so definitely don't, make this your own, like I said. I'm going over again with my brush that I used for my bronzer, and I'm just kind of softening that blush a little bit. Okay, I want a little bit more. Okay. I am gonna apply a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. Just a tiny bit though. My lower lashes are really long, and if I apply too much, it gets everywhere. Like right there. Okay. Lips. Okay, so I already had on some chapstick. I like to have chapstick on all the time. And I like to apply it before I do my makeup because it gives my lips a little bit of moisture and also some slip and glide when I'm applying my lip liner. So I have that on, okay? I'm gonna go in and outline my lips with a color that's just very natural looking, kind of like a toffee-ish, but like a light toffee. This is my everyday lip liner. I love it so much. I'm ready. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what I do is I line my entire lips and then I bring it in a teeny bit. I'm gonna go in with kind of a pinky color. Now, one trick I love is just kind of packing it in with my finger. I think it kind of gives it more of like a soft undone kind of a look. Okay. And then I'm gonna go over with a gloss. Okay. Illuminizer, like I said, I'm gonna just do a teensy bit, nothing crazy. Okay. And there you have it, my kind of everyday go-to makeup look. I hope this helps you guys. I hope that you can kind of learn some new methods and have fun. And thank you for watching.